Okay. So recently, many of our tech companies, from Facebook to Twitter, have been navigating their role in a new media landscape, sometimes with high stakes and quite a bit of criticism. What's your sense of tech civic responsibilities?
Well, I think that we've been, at Apple we've been doing this for a while, and we've had, I think, a number of ideas, and we don't see our responsibility, I think, ending when a product is shipped. I think most importantly, I think we see, we learn an awful lot that informs and influences what we do next. But I think there's no ambiguity at all for us. I think we feel very strongly that we have a moral and a civic responsibility. I think one of the things that's important in this space is, and I often go back to this, is why are you doing what you're doing? And I think probably the simplest way of translating that into the corporate space is, what is your business model? And but the reason we're doing what we're doing is, actually Steve said, I actually thought it was one of the most succinct and poetic and really, really beautiful things to say, that we make something to try and express our appreciation for the species, for humanity. And he said that in 32 seconds, and I would take about half an hour. But I think that's exactly why we do what we do. That sense of saying thank you and appreciating people that you probably will never meet.
Right, right. So why is Apple so secretive?
I actually think it would be bizarre not to be. I don't know many creatives who want to talk about what they're doing when they're halfway through it.
Really?
I
You and I obviously know very different people.
I know lots of PR departments who want to talk about something that's being worked on. I think I've been doing this for long enough where I actually feel a responsibility to not confuse or add more noise about what's being worked on, because I know that sometimes it doesn't work out. And so I think it's just in our nature, when we're working on a difficult problem, and so many of the problems that we're working on now are so complex, it just seems rather odd to be telling everybody what you're doing.
What I want to know is, when people go into that amazing design room that you work in, and all the covers are on the tables, and has anyone actually lifted that cover up and looked?
Yes, some of the designers.
The designer.